I love my husband more than I love our children. People always say that once the kids arrive, your husband becomes the roommate, the guy who handles the heavy lifting, the guy who splits the grocery bill, but never the guy who makes your heart skip. For 22 years, I've lived a lie. Or maybe I've just lived a truth that people in this country are terrified to say out loud. I love my husband more than I love our 3 children. When our oldest Leo was born, I did the thing. I did the midnight feedings, the frantic Googling of fever temperatures, the 3 a.m. rocking chair sessions. I was there. I was the PTA mom who baked the cookies from scratch, even when I was running on 4 hours of sleep. I cheered at every soccer game until my throat was raw. I loved them with everything a mother is supposed to have. But every single night when the house finally went quiet and the toys were tucked into their bins, I'd walk into the kitchen, and there he was, Mark. He'd be leaning against the counter cooling 2 mugs of peppermint tea. And in that moment, the air would finally return to my lungs. It wasn't just relief that the kids were asleep, it was the realization that he was my home. Not the house, not the family unit, him. My chest would get this tight electric pull, a feeling I never ever felt for the kids. With the kid, it was a heavy, beautiful responsibility. But with Mark, it was oxygen. Last summer, our youngest, Sophie, headed off to college in Vermont. The house didn't just feel empty, it felt silent, like a museum. A week later, I was having margaritas with my sister Sarah. She was complaining about her empty nest syndrome, saying she didn't know who she was anymore now that her boys were gone. And I had one too many. I let it slip. I told her, I don't feel empty, Sarah. I feel free. Because I finally get him all to myself again. The way she looked at me, it was like I just admitted to a felony. She told me I was cold. She said my kids were second-place prizes in their own home. She didn't talk to me for a month. I spent weeks in my head, spiraling, thinking maybe she's right. Maybe I'm a broken mother. Then, last Thanksgiving, the kids were all back. We were sitting around the fire pit out back. Messy hair, old hoodies, the whole American dream setup. Leo looked at Mark and me, and he started laughing. He said, you know, we used to have a betting pool in high school about how long it would take you two to start slow dancing in the kitchen once we went to bed. Sophie chimed in, God, it was so gross. You guys were like obsessed with each other. But honestly, it made us feel safe. I asked them, you didn't feel left out? Leo leaned over and squeezed my hand. He said, Mom, you gave us 100%, but you and Dad, you gave us a map. We know what to look for now because we saw you two find it.